What's up, guys? So sorry for not putting in any of the teardown on film. So here's what we've got done so far. Here's our old oil pan, and I went for 5,000 miles on one of those wingnut saver plugs. Definitely time to get a new oil pan. So once I got that in, I got a valve cover gasket and decided it's already out of the vehicle. Why don't we paint it? So we're gonna paint it. That's what we're doing today. I'm gonna keep you guys updated. We're gonna go put our primer on now. So yeah, stay tuned. Okay, so we just applied the primer coat. We did 2 coats on this one. I did 2 on this one so far. I think the first one was a little too light, so I might have to do another really light coat just to even everything up, make sure they're both looking the same. So here's what it's looking like so far. We taped up our lettering, got a newspaper where we need it. That's the finished first one. Second one is under that box. Tip: cover your or cover your things, because falling debris, if you're doing work outside, you always want to cover whatever you're painting, because it's so easy for an entire job to be on the last step and get ruined due to a lack of preparation. Also, speaking of preparation, always make sure you got your gloves on and whatnot. So yep, see you guys when it's done drying. In there, we've got 3 coats of our base metal metallic silver color here. I've just finished it. It's the heaviest coat, so the instructions on the can say to let it set for an hour and then it'll be ready to move. However, we're gonna wait 10 minutes. We're gonna move this over here because it's gonna harden up, and then we're gonna move this guy and we're gonna start on it. We're gonna do our 3 coats of it, and then once we've got them both waiting and drying, we'll give it probably, depending on the time, 20 minutes for the first one. It'll probably end up being 30 minutes for the next one, because that's when we're gonna do our next coat. That coat we let dry all the way. This coat we want to go ahead and hop on while it's still fresh. We're going to apply that light red coating. So that's what's going to give it the metallic red. That's what's going to make it translucent chrome red. So okay, so we've let it dry for about 15 minutes after the heavy coat. I'm about to look at it and we'll see how it looks, and if it's solid enough to move, we'll move it and start on the next one. Hopefully we can actually time it out so that when that one's about done, we can go ahead and maybe even wait 15-20 more minutes, but that shouldn't be bad at all, and start our translucent coat. We're gonna do a very, very light coat, so we're gonna take advantage of the distance on the can. It says 8 to 10. We've been doing about 7 or 8 maybe inches away from it per spray. We're gonna do the full 10 on that red one because we want it to be a light coat. We're gonna see how it goes, especially the first coat that we gotta do. We gotta make sure it looks how we want it to look. We gotta make sure everything is turning out the way we want it to. So let's see how this looks. Wow. Yeah, no, that's awesome. Yeah, that's my goal. It looks just as bright as I wanted. I was worried it was going to be a little darker silver than I was trying to get, but it's actually very bright, very, very similar to chrome, which is what I wanted for the base coat. So that light red it'll barely show that through it, and it's going to look great. I'm really pleased so far. So I'll show you guys what happens next. Okay, so just in moving that guy over there, I've gotten something on my hands, and when I picked this up, I didn't even realize there's mud. Now there's mud, so gonna have to re-clean with some isopropyl. Luckily I brought the isopropyl out, some paper towels, should be fine. But just a key tip, you know, always check your hands before, you know, even if you've just moved something. Maybe you put your hand down to brace yourself and now you've got mud on your work. So that's always fun. You don't like costing yourself time like that, so just do the smart thing and check your hands. Also, black gloves are not the best option. Blue show dirt a lot better, and paint. So anyways, I'll let you know after it's cleaned. Okay, so tried to clean it, got most of it off. Oh geez, except there's still this stain here. I think it's okay though, it's just our primer. Luckily it wasn't our base coat. If it was our base coat, I'd probably want to start all over. So being that it is my first time, there is a couple of things. First time painting valve cover, at least. But anyways, being that it is my first time, there's a couple things I have noticed. Well, first and foremost, obviously, you know, the worst, most tedious part is the lettering, just like any other painting job or really anything with art, the lettering. So cutting out the lettering, just take your time, get a really sharp blade. If you choose to go that route, I know there's a Vaseline route, which I'm not familiar with, so I didn't do it. I like to stick to what I know. The other thing I've noticed is this guy is a whole lot harder, and let me know if you can figure out why. This guy was a whole lot harder to paint than this guy. If you can, I mean, if you can guess, just let me know. Alrighty, but yeah, any other tips and tricks definitely would be appreciated. Like I said, it is my first time, but we'll see how it goes. Feel pretty confident. So I just did a couple test coats of that red, and it is exactly what I was looking for. I'm so pleased. I cannot wait to see how this turns out. It's gonna be great. Yeah, so right now we've just applied the final heavy coat to the second valve cover, the easier one. So next we'll make sure to put on clean gloves, and then what we'll do is we'll swap that other valve cover and apply the translucent red, give it 10 minutes, apply another coat, and that might be it. You know, we let that dry, apply the clear coat, and rinse and repeat on the second valve cover, and I think we're good. So can't wait. It should look great. Alrighty, first issue of the job, which we're almost done, so that's a good thing. We're just now running into well, I f***ed up. I mean, I messed up. Okay, so tube, well, I was trying to get up under it, applied a little too much, and a run started, but it's okay, because I think it's savable, because I'm gonna let it dry. You know, I dabbed the bottom of the run and all the heavy parts with the little paper towel. So after it dries, I'll set it up at an angle on like on this box as a pedestal, and I'll get up under it and I'll even it out, and then as long as I can, you know, fade it in, it'll look like nothing ever happened. So far so good, but I might not be this happy if I can't fade it in, because I don't want to cause more runs, you know. So but yeah, I'll show you guys when it's done drying, and I'll show you guys how I'm intending on fixing it. Okay guys, so just to show you where we're at, we've pretty much finished it all up. We're doing the last coats on the second valve cover now. I've just peeled the lettering off, the tape for the lettering, and it looks amazing. Honestly, I can't wait to put the clear coat on and bolt her up. Honestly, I can't wait to see how she looks all together. Also, I did I don't know if you know, but the 4AGE has a valley cover for the spark plugs. I went ahead and gave that a silver metallic paint to it, so you know, keep me busy while I was watching paint dry. Anyways, so this is what it looks like, and we'll apply the clear coat, and then we'll be ready to pull those pieces we've got out of the holes, all of its orifices. This is how this, we just did the second light coat of this guy. So on that one I ended up doing 4, but that was to fix the mistake that I made early on stages. I made it run. So this one we're doing super lightly, and we're just gonna do as many coats as it takes because the sun's going down. I'm running out of time, but it can dry overnight. Let you know after the clear coat, but so far it looks great. I mean, just exactly how I imagined it. A shiny cherry metallic red, and that's what, you know, with that silver base metal to contrast it, plus the nuts I have and the silver metal that I painted, you know, it's gonna look great. It's great contrast. Can't wait to see it all together. My camera's about dead. It's the end of the day, but I did just want to show you that we did get it done in one day. So here is the final product. We gotta let the clear coat dry overnight, but here we go. So I think that turned out pretty well. So yeah, have a good night. What's up guys? So as you can see, we're about to put the valve cover back in. I'm super excited because that means we can dump some oil in it, get her started right up. I mean, hopefully she'll start right up. I did have a couple bolts on the oil pan snap, but that is a project for another day. Gonna have to put the valve cover and gasket and grommets and gasket and everything on, obviously. But other than that, we'll put some oil in her, see how she goes. Just hoping she doesn't leak. But anyways, we'll get on with that. So we've got it in. Our only real issue is the gaskets for the exhaust that I got from AutoZone. Surprise, surprise, did not fit. They were not the right ones. I mean, they looked like they fit until I cranked it down and I tried to give it a little bit of that pressure, and well, it just didn't seal. So right now I'm just running the incorrect gaskets, which is allowing a lot of exhaust to come straight up from the downpipe. Aesthetically, probably doesn't look the best. I mean, but honestly, it sounds a little bit cool, and I'm not gonna drive after I've done all that work. I'm not gonna drive, so we've only got a few options here, and that's use the incorrect size until I guess I order the correct size. I gotta do some research. Anyways, yeah, so we're on the way there now. We're gonna take some back roads, see how she does. Temperature, oil pressure, it's all looking good. We're gonna need some gas soon, but here's what we're looking at. You know, my alignment's little off, you can see, but so yeah, it's all good. So far, so good. But yeah.